Today my topic is This is Hard One. I decided to talk about this topic is I have been seeing too much suicide and depression and wasting time nowadays for the human being. So after I interviewed my grandpa, which was born in the war and walked through the war, I decided to write about this topic. First of all, this guy, he's my grandpa, and he was born in 1937, a small town in Nanking. And the bad thing happened is the second Sino-Japan War started in 1937, which is he won the war. And he was a People's Liberation Army since 1953 to 1961. So he has been through the Korea War from 1950 to 1953. He did not learn too much about the Second Sino-Japanese War, but it happened in his hometown. 1937 to 1945, which is my grandpa is 1 to 12 years old. And in 1937, October 13th, they called A-13 air battle in Shanghai. They have the Air Force, all the Air Force in Shanghai, and there are bombs everywhere. And my grandpa with his family had to leave their hometown to some small town to handle from the war, because that means killing people everywhere. This one is 19 months through the 1937, December 13th. They killed over 300,000 people in a week. And they even have they call a game match. They said two soldiers, they decide who killed more people and who win the game. Once there are one on the left, I think he killed 105 people in an hour, and another one killed 106 people in an hour. And the next one is the Korea War, which my grandpa was being a soldier during that time, but it's the end of the war. He has been from the military since 1953, January 1st. And the Korea War since 1950 to 1953, and the reason said that is that North Korea said so South Korea has been past the 38 parallel north. And the South Korea is trying to attack the North Korea's government. So North Korea has been led by Japan since 1910 to the end of the World War II. The Soviet Union and America has a deal about they are cutting the Korea to half and half. From the 38 parallel north. And during that time, the South Korea has the most farmland during that time. So it means North Korea they don't have too much the food production. So they all have the sunlight. Small fighting everywhere from the military. And during the war, started like 1956-25, in a month, the North Korea has been taking over 90% land from South Korea. And during that time, the American joined the war. And the American decided to fight back from the 38 parallel north, which I think is nearly here. So they can fight from the back at the North Korea and the front of the North Korea. And the North Korea's leader called Kim Il-sung, they are connected with the President Mao, said, we are having the fight with America and Korea. Please help us. Because they are not, before the Soviet Union and China, they are conflicting with each other. And here, because President Mao said, we need to change the name from Northeast Army to the People's Volunteer Army. Because as we are saying, our military is fighting American. This means the World War III maybe start. World War III maybe start. So they will change the name. And this picture is when the People's Volunteer Army is crossing the Yali River, which is they are joining the war from Korea War during the 1950, the October 19th. And after the dissolution of the Soviet Union, some classified document has been published. There have a phone call between the Soviet Union and Kim Il-sung at 1950. That's 1950 at 4 a.m. And this my grandpa told me because he was a soldier during that time. And they said the Soviet Union side gave the permit that the North Korea could fight the South Korea and they will give the support for them. But after that, my grandpa told me that China was the biggest loser in the Korea War because they have an official number said they have over 180 soldiers died in the Korea War, but in fact there are over 800,000 people died in the Korea War. They include the nursing, the support, the backing. And there is a form that how many people was even killed and all their missing, all the wonder. And after that, after I interviewed about my grandpa, I feel like we need to treasure our time. We need to treasure our time like our friends or families, and do not do the depression of your life or suicide yourself. Because peace is hard won, and our military paid like $4 billion people or $4 billion to have our peace. So life is hard won, so we need to treat it.